Almost ready. I'm at Rogers Center as the roof is shut to keep us nice and warm. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Boston Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. Blue Jays baseball is next. Francisco Liriano gets the ball for the Blue Jays in this one. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, last game he pitched 6 full innings. He looked like he had good stuff. He didn't get a decision, but he gave his team a chance to be in the ball game. I look for a similar performance in this game.
At the plate, Bryce Anderson, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
The designated hitter, number 34.
Swing and a liner, but this is a foul ball. Harold, as the Jays take the field here tonight, they were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5 prior to that.
Yeah, last game they just didn't play well. They gave up a lot of runs, really sloppy. So when you play that sloppy, you're not going to win games. Lifted
in the air out towards left center. Pilar will slide over and put this one away, and that's out number 1. And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. HR, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Matt, have you seen this guy throw? Whew, he is electric. What do you got to do against him? I think you got to attack him early. He's just too overpowering. His stuff is electric. He's got one of those great power arms that we'll talk about for years to come. You got to take it to him before he takes it to you.
Xander Bogaerts comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. And set up working the plate is Larry Bullard, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Matt, Bullard's got a pretty fair strike zone all around. He'll miss a call here and there on the black. But what umpire doesn't?
0-2 home now to Bogaerts. Liner toward right center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases.
You know, it's not often a guy sits in a count 0-2 and gets a base hit, and the pitcher still feels like 0-2, I got to battle. But that was the case here as he battled back and got a hit down 0-2.
Here's Mookie Betts. He carries the 8th best average in the American League entering play. From the stretch. Line towards center field. And that's in there. Base hit.
Woo, that ball was close right there. Whizzed right by his ear. Matt, they always say chuck and duck. Well, that's an example of it right there.
Here's Hanley Ramirez. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Oh, 1, here it comes. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. A line shot to third base.
Batting 5th, third baseman, Jake Lamb.
Jake Lamb standing in now. The average in the early season not pretty for him, hovering in the 220s. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Upton has a read on it. And that's the 3rd out. Boston strands a couple. Red Sox nothing. Blue Jays coming to bat. Major League Baseball on the show. Eduardo Rodriguez will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. Harold, what do you got?
Well, Matt, this guy's not going to blow you away. He's a consistent major league pitcher. Look, his ERA last year a little bit over 4, but he takes the baseball. And he's a guy who's going to take his lumps, but he's going to keep coming back at you. And I think we'll probably see that kind of performance today.
And that'll bring up the speedy Devin Travis. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Slow roller back to the mound. And he's retired, 1 away. With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
You know, they really need Tulo to get his bat going sooner than later. He went 0 for 3 last game. No big deal, only 3 ABs, but it was the way in which he looked going about those ABs. He didn't have a good look to him at all. We'll see if he can bounce back in this one.
Now batting, Kevin Pillar. Comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Harold Reynolds, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. They've got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
Matt, they're on one of those hot streaks. I mean, everything is going right for them. They're playing great baseball right now. I mean, timely hitting, the bullpen's coming through. It looks like they're rested. They're doing the things they need to do to really be a winning club right now.
Way out in front as this is yanked foul into the seats in left. Ready with another 0-2. Again, he sends it out of play. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And the changeup just missed the inside corner.
Well, that's a pitch right there you gotta just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2. And if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, you know it's only going to go down from there.
Third baseman, Josh Donaldson.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. And he's seen his numbers on the rise here over the last 5 games or so. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
That's a fastball right down the middle. Now, you might be able to get away with it in the first inning. Guys are still filling him out. But if he's going to have success in this game, Matt, he's going to have to be on the corners with that fastball.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. Bogarts is there for it. And that ends the inning. Nothing in the Toronto first. We'll go to the second from Rogers Center with no score. So stepping in, Dustin Pedroia. He'll do battle with Francisco Liriano to get the inning underway. First delivery to him on the way. Hit sharply on the ground. There to field it is Tulowitzki. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Time now for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Blue Jays. And in right field, Jose Bautista. You know, it's an interesting case with Bautista. He was a third baseman for most of his career. So to have to go to the outfield now and learn how to go back on balls, it took a little bit, but he can go get it. He's not a liability out there, that's for sure.
Here's Chris Young. Here comes the first pitch. Liner towards second, but right to the second baseman, and that's the second out.
Batting 8th, left fielder, Rusney Castillo.
Stepping into the box, Rusney Castillo. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Into the windup and the pitch. Great tilt on the slider on the inside corner. No score here as we play inning number 2. Line drive to center field. Pilar is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is quickly retired. We'll see the dangerous Jose Bautista when we come back. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Here comes the right fielder, Jose Bautista. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only one score. And now a pitch on the way. And he got him out in front that time. Strike 1.
0-1.
The windup and the 0-1. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Lifted in the air to straightaway left. Castillo on the move. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
All right, time for a majestic defensive alignment for the Red Sox. And these guys can really defend. All you got to do is look at the error column. They're in the top 5 fewest errors in the league. They don't beat themselves very often. You're going to have to earn it to beat them.
Now in the box, Troy Tulowitzki. His average coming into this one is just barely over 200, so he'll be looking to turn the page on a slow start here. Tried to hold back, but this is popped up, and no one will get this one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Well, he's out in front of that breaking ball right there. Not surprised. That was after that fastball. Nice job of pitching, kind of keeping him off balance.
Oh, and 2, here it comes. Hard hit to first. Ramirez has it, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Batting 6th, first baseman, Steve Pearce.
Here's Steve Pearce now. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
Nope.
And that misses, ball 1.
Hey, you can't let that bother him right there. This might be a good time for the catcher to have a little conversation. Just tell him, next pitch. Don't worry about that one.
Bottom of the second here with no score. Grounded to third. Lamb gloves it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. We'll move to the third with no score. Stepping into the box, Jared Saltalamacchia, and he'll start out their half of the third. Top of the order to follow. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a neck-high fastball that time. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
The difference maker in this outing than others is the two-seamer. He's doing whatever he wants to do with that ball. It's moving all over the place.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Pillar's there. Makes the play, one away.
The batter, number 34.
So with one out, a reminder that MLB The Show is your home for Boston Red Sox baseball all season long as you take a look at what's coming up here for the Sox in the week ahead. Into the box now, Bryce Anderson. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Lays off 1-0. Third inning, no score to this point. And wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a little blooper to center. Pilar moving in. He can't get there as it falls in. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Bryce Anderson has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Skied into straightaway right. Bautista has a read on it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Now batting, right fielder, Mookie Betts.
Ready for another chance? Mookie Betts, a base hit in his first trip. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. Runner's back. A runner on first with 2 away. And another snap throw to the bag, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Set to deliver the 0-1. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Shot to third. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Oh, what an effort. Line drive over the third baseman's head, but did you see how high he got off the ground? What an effort to try to grab that ball.
Hanley Ramirez.
Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. Now the 0-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Boston strands a couple. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Here's Kendrys Morales. 8 and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, and that's the first hit in this one for the Blue Jays.
Well, this ball's hit off the wall. He hit it awfully hard. Now, I thought it was a good move to stop because a lot of times you go, oh, he's dogging it. Looked like he was going pretty good, but I think they're going to throw him out. Good read to get back to first.
Now at the plate, Russell Martin. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. As a look, now the pitch. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Matt, that ball's right down the middle. It looked like he wasn't even going to offer at it. Some guys don't mind taking the first pitch, and they even feel comfortable when they're down 0-1.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. And another foul ball.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He was fortunate he just fouled it off.
And a swing and a miss from Martin as he'll retreat to the dugout is out number 1.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
Here's Melvin Upton Jr. now. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. And this is going to be a foul ball. Ready with the 0-2. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
My man on the mound has just got great strikeout stuff working for him these days. Looking back at his last start, he racked up 9 Ks, and now he's looking like he can put up similar numbers in this one.
Striding in once again, Devin Travis. 0 for 1 here in the early going. He's set and the pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And Castillo able to make the catch for the final out of the inning. Blue Jays held in check. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jake Lamb. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Lamb.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
He's having a really good game. He's over 70% first pitch strike. When you get that first pitch strike, now it opens up the whole strike zone, and that's why a pitcher can dominate, and he's doing that in this game.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly you just looked on that last pitch.
Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate.
This is just great pitching. They start him off with the slider to get the strike, and then they bust him in with a fastball. I don't know what he's thinking up there, but they really are messing with his mind right now.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. The fastball down near the shoe tops. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play.
Well, when you're hitting with 2 strikes, you're just in battle mode. Right there, he gets a breaking ball. He just fouled it off. Got a piece of it and stays alive.
Dribbled to the right side, but it gets fouled. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Pilar's there, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting, center fielder, Chris Young.
Stepping up to the plate, Chris Young comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch coming. Here it is. Lazy fly ball out to center field. Travis onto the grass, and that ends the inning. Looks like Liriano's got it working now. It remains 0-0. Digging in to try it again, Kevin Pilar. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Kevin Pilar.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Oh, he checked his swing there and pops this one up. There to take it in is Bogaerts, and that's the first out. So we saw the fastball there as he got the pop out, and that'll segue right into our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And you can see that both guys are well into the 90s, 95 on one hand and just 2 miles an hour slower on the other. Digging in for his second at-bat, Josh Donaldson. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. In there, strike 1. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. To first. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Here comes the right fielder, Jose Bautista. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. First delivery to him on the way. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. The 0-1 pitch. Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. 2 strike pitches chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Here's another 0-2. Another one sent foul. Now the 0-2 pitch. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. And 2-out success means Troy Tulowitzki will bat this inning. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. Here's Troy Tulowitzki now as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Hard hit ball to short. Bogaerts has it, and nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. The three of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. So striding in, Rusney Castillo. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Rusney Castillo.
First pitch of the at-bat. Fly ball out toward left center field. Pilar will slide over and put this one away, and that's out number 1.
Hey, this guy's not wasting any time, right? Gets a first pitch fastball, and he flies out deep on the first pitch of the inning.
Ready now, Jared Saltalamacchia comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Hit back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single. Number 9 batter comes through that time as it'll now be up to the top of the order with 1 away.
Well, it looks like just a ground ball base hit in the box scores, but man, that ball was hit hard up the middle. He's going to do well for himself. He stays consistent and keeps that approach.
Standing in now, Bryce Anderson.
He swings and sends it in the air to right center field.
In there, a base hit. Oh, and he misses it. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Bat explodes as this has popped up. Over to the first baseman, Pierce, and there are 2 gone now.
And you know, guys, if this bat doesn't break, it's probably a double play ball, but that just wasn't happening here. Good job to make sure of 1, though.
At the plate, Mookie Betts. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. And that slider's almost in the dirt. The 1-0 delivery. And that swung on and fouled straight back. No runs on 6 hits and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Now here's a line drive out to left center. That's over the head of Tulowitzki for a base hit. And the runner from third crosses the plate. Now a good throw in will hold that second runner at third base, so they're at the corners now with 2 away.
The first baseman, Hanley Ramirez.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez, as he hits one on a line to left field. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Well, he went up there with the game plan looking for one specific pitch, and he got it. He hit it hard. When a guy hits the ball that hard, you know he was looking for it.
Jake Lamb standing in now. Sent out to straightaway center field. On the move is Pilar. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Red Sox 2, the Jays nothing. Here's Steve Pierce now. He leads off in the bottom of the fifth as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments. It's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Into the windup and the pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Betts has a read on it. And that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Kendrys Morales.
Here's Kendrys Morales. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Hard hit ball to second. There is Pedroia. On to first, and very quickly 2 are gone in the home fifth.
The catcher, number 55, Russell Martin.
Russell Martin now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. On to first, and can you believe it? A 3-pitch inning, and just like that, the side is retired. Blue Jays go down in order. They trail it here 2-0. Baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Dustin Pedroia.
And now the Blue Jays get a left-hander up and throwing in their bullpen.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Pedroia's around first, heading for second. And the Red Sox have something going. It's a leadoff double.
Well, that base hit right there gives him 9-game hitting streak.
Chris Young.
Here comes a Toronto skipper out toward the pitcher's mound. And that's going to be all for Francisco Liriano. Joe Biagini takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning. First offering on its way. Now a swing and a bouncing ball for Donaldson at third. No problem here, 1 away.
Hey, not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Castillo.
Digging in once again, Rusney Castillo. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. Way out in front. The 0-1 pitch. Off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. This is popped up. Travis is there for it. 2 down.
Up next for the Red Sox, catcher Jared Saltalamacchia.
Ready for another shot now. Jared Saltalamacchia. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. From the belt, kicks and deals. And that misses for ball 1.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a great take.
Here it comes, 1-0. This is pulled into right. Bautista is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Red Sox leave 1, but they're on top 2-0. Here's Melvin Upton Jr. now. He'll start things out in the 6th
Leading
for a
off with the
lineup that
Jays,
really hasn't
left
found its
fielder,
groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
Into the windup and the pitch. And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with the slider. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Strike called, 2-1.
They can't afford to continue to fall back any further. They got to get something going on the offensive side. Somebody's got to step up, give a big hit, maybe even a home run, drop a bunt, do something. But this offense has to get going.
And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Good wood on it there, but foul, so they'll do it again. And again, he's unable to keep it fair, but he's putting together quite a battle at the plate.
He's just fouling them off till he gets something he wants to hit.
Another foul ball, and this battle will continue. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. With that, the Jays put their leadoff man on to start the inning.
This is a great 8 pitch at bat. 8 pitches. He saw a lot of pitches. He fouled a couple off, but he stayed within himself. And finally, when he got a pitch he could handle, he didn't miss it. Got the base hit.
And that'll bring up the speedy Devin Travis. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. First pitch on its way. A slider that just grabs the outside corner.
That's a big pitch right there. It could change the at bat. When you're facing a good hitter like this, that first pitch, strike 1, is so important as to who's going to control this at bat. Right now, pitcher's got the advantage.
2 takes, and now he's down 0-2. I'm not sure, but he may have been taking to give the guy at first a chance to run.
Pedroia on the first, but no, not in time, as he really took a tumble at second base, letting go of that ball.
Well, that's usually a pretty tough turn at second when you're going around the horn, and I think he knew he was going to get taken out, so that was a good job to take the blow, get the out, and eat the throw.
And now the Red Sox will get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Here's the pitch. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Man, I tell you what, I love how he's pitching right now. He has continued to pound that first pitch for strikes. When you do that, you set yourself up for great success.
Here's the 0-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
Tell you what, his spot has been the outside pitch right there, and now we're late in the game. He continues to pound the outside pitch, and it's really working out for him.
No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Line to the right side, and that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, there's an opposite field base hit right there. He's off to a great start here in April, and maybe that's why, because he's using the whole entire ballpark, the whole field.
Into the box, Jose Bautista, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Set to deliver the 0-1. And this is fouled back and out of play.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
And the 0-2 here is fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that's through into right field for a base hit. The throw to the plate. And he will get in there with their first run. It's a 2-1 game now.
Well, Matt, they didn't score much yesterday. You know, the conversation before the game was their offense going to be able to do anything today? Right there, that one run might be enough to kind of propel them into a good stretch there.
Stepping in now, Troy Tulowitzki, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats in left. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Now here's Tulowitzki with the ball hit high and deep out to left field. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. A 3-run dinger for Troy Tulowitzki. Home run number 5 on the year. And they will jump ahead here. It's now 4-2.
It looked like he might just work out of that inning, only giving up a single run, but it all comes crashing down on that mistake. Nothing like a 3-run bomb to change the entire complexion of your day on the mound.
Into the box now, Steve Pearce.
First baseman.
He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. The windup and the 0-1. Squared that one up just a little late. The shift will be of little importance here as this is lifted in the air out to left field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run home run. Top of the order due up to start the 7th. It's now 4-2 Toronto. Back here at Rogers Center in Toronto. 7th inning coming up with the Jays out in front as we give you a look at our game summary to this point. Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander begin to throw.
Anderson.
Liner towards second, and this is into the gap for his 3rd hit of the night, and it'll be good for extra bases. Throw into second, and he begins the 7th inning with a leadoff double.
That's what you call a clutch piece of hitting. Down 2 runs, he puts himself in scoring position and brings the tying run to the plate. We'll see what they do with the base open here. This one's getting interesting.
Standing in now, Xander Bogaerts, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. In the dirt here. Oh, and 2 home now to Bogaerts. Swing and a liner, but foul.
That's a nice job of staying alive. A 2-strike breaking ball just out of the zone. He was able to put enough on it to get another pitch.
Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Bogarts is retired, and there's one away.
Good pitch there, and that was a nice job by his battery mate to complete the play first after the ball hit the dirt.
Here's Mookie Betts, and it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out yet, so this could be a fun at-bat to watch.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Just got a piece to the right side. That rolls foul for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Here's a swing and a ground ball. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Up with it now is Tulowitzki. Throw on to first. 2 gone.
Now batting, first baseman.
Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez. And Dan, this could be a real make or break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
And some action now in the Toronto bullpen as a right-hander starts to get loose. In there for strike 1, 0-1. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. 7th inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Upton has a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 1 left for the Red Sox. They trail it here 4-2. Here's Kendrys. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Designated hitter, Kendrys Morales.
Here comes the first pitch. Now here's a swing and a ball hit well out there toward right center. Young will back up and put this away for a long out. Number 1.
Number 55, Russell Martin.
Ready for another chance. Russell Martin. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a look at one. Here comes Sox manager John Farrell on his way out to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart after 6 1/3, and he'll have no shot at a victory here in this one. Robbie
attention,
Ross
please.
takes the call
Now
from the
pitching
pen as
for
he'll try to
Boston,
get the final 2
number
outs of
28,
this 7th frame.
Robbie Ross.
One out, nobody on. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And Martin swings and misses that time on a good pitch, and he's gone on strikes for out number 2.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far. That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games, so this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
Here's Melvin Upton Jr. now, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. He's 1 for 2 in this one. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Betts going back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. And he is into third with a 2-out triple. And that'll bring up the speedy Devin Travis. He reached on a fielder's choice previously.
Travis.
Trying to keep the deficit right where it is, the pitch. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Hit out towards second. Played on the backhand. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. 1 left for Toronto as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. Joe Smith will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far.
Joe Smith.
Jake Lamb standing in now. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once.
Jake Lamb.
Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Batting number 15.
And in a 4-2 game, time to check the numbers here. It's our starter comparison as we see how these 2 performances stack up against one another. Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He's set. Here it comes. Right back at him and off his glove. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first.
Up next for the Red Sox, center fielder, Chris Young.
Digging in to try it again, Chris Young. His career numbers in this matchup, he's gone 2 for 5. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A slider that he looks at over the outside corner. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Chopped in front of home plate. On to Pierce at first, and the inning is over. So they breeze through this half of the inning. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. The Jays are out in front 4-2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kevin Pillar. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8.
Pillar.
And he pulled the string a bit too sharply there on a curveball as it's down around the shoe tops. That missed. Close. It's ball 2. And this inning starts with a solid base hit. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway.
Well, you're not always going to hit the good pitches. You hit the mistakes. And that one hung up there, a mistake. Nice piece of hitting.
Striding in once again, Josh Donaldson. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A high fastball is in there.
Well, you got that first pitch, got him looking right there. With a star hitter like this guy, it is always good to get ahead in the count.
A 1 pitch on its way. A curveball that catches the inside corner.
That's pretty good break right there, breaking all the way across the zone. Now, it's a little dangerous. He gets to see that ball a long time. But, man, that's a nasty snapdragon hook right there.
And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. Another 0-2 coming. And that's in there. Base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
We're just not used to seeing him get nothing but base hits. Usually hitting the long ball. You look at that column, it says 2 hits. You're thinking they're extra base hits, but he'll take the singles.
Here comes the right fielder, Jose Bautista, as he can't catch up on a fastball at the letters, and it's strike 1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Here comes the 0-1. Way in front of that fastball. Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. The 0-2 pitch. And this is fouled at the plate. Ready with the 0-2. And a good two-strike swing here as he's been fighting off some tough pitches, but the count will remain at 0-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And a swing and a miss, and the dangerous Bautista is set down on strikes for the first out.
Hey, anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
Here's Troy Tulowitzki now as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. The 0-1 on its way. Now a ball lined to the left side. But this is a foul ball. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
That's a pretty sad attempt at hitting a baseball right there. No doubt he was completely fooled because that was a curveball, and it looked like he was late on a curveball. That tells me he gave up on it right till the very end, and obviously there was nothing he could do at that point.
Here's Steve Pearce now. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. Set to deliver the 0-1. Swing and a liner. But a foul ball. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. Blue Jays leave a pair, but they still lead this one 4-2. Start of the 9th in this one as we welcome you back inside and under the roof here at Rogers Center in Toronto. Roberto Osuna comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Ready once again, Rusney Castillo. His career history with Roberto Osuna, just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. The 0-1 delivery. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
Boy, that was a good changeup right there. You see how he swung through that ball? Man, he's got him thinking now because that was clearly an indication he was looking fastball and got fooled.
Oh, and the slurve is over for strike 3 called. 1 gone. Digging in the switch hitter, Jared Saltalamacchia. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike 1.
You know what I've been impressed with? He's really used that fastball to his advantage, and he's recognized the fact he's throwing it by people. So he's continued to dominate with that heater and not check off of it much.
Throw on to first will get him. Scored at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now.
Anderson.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Bryce Anderson. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here. And with that, this one is over. 4-2 the final score tonight. Joe Biagini claims the win out of the pen, his first. Roberto Ozuna records the save, his second. So that'll just about do it. For Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. As we wrap this one up tonight, it's time to show our appreciation for the man you see there, Troy Tulowitzki. What a performance he turned in. He's our tops player of the game.